Hi guys, so we just arrived at KTM. Where are we, Adam?
KTM Gajah.
Alright, so there are quite a number of people, as you can see. There, and then that's the counter. So why not we go to a quieter place? So, a very quiet place. So Adam,
Yes.
do you know what's the benefit of taking public transportation, especially KTM?
So I think that taking KTM can reduce the air pollution and it can increase the fuel efficiency per passenger because a lot of people are gonna use the KTM in one trip, which is gonna save a lot of fuel. So next it's gonna reduce traffic jam because as people go and use the KTM, less cars are gonna be on the road, so it's gonna help prevent traffic jams.
Alright, in my opinion, what can we benefit from taking public transportation is that we can save money in terms of the gas, maintenance and also parking spaces. For the gas, you can save up your fuel allocation without having to spend them and even spend them at something better, at anything else rather than spending them on fuel. Besides that, we can also save our costs and money on maintaining our cars, and also we also can save money on our parking fees. Besides that, we can also have more free time to ourselves by meaning that when we take public transportation, we can have like time where we can listen to music or we can read a book
Or play games.
Yes, and by that we can have more a better quality of life instead of having to spend time on the road. And the last one is that the public transportation, especially KTM, it is very safe in compared to the cars in terms of the accident rate, which means that if you drive a car, your probability to get an accident is very high compared to taking the train. And then the government also put a lot of effort and their focus on maintaining the public transportation in Malaysia, so it is very convenient and also very safe for us to ride. So what about the disadvantage, Adam?
So some of the disadvantages of taking KTM is that if you use your own personal car, it's gonna be more comfortable. It's gonna suit your personal needs. You're not gonna have to sit next to someone you don't know or sit in a tight space. So next is the accessibility to go to the KTM, because if we look at KTM Batu Gajah, you're gonna see that it's kind of far from the town, and there's not many taxis here. So after you have arrived here, it's gonna be hard for you to get out because it's kind of far. So you have to either take a Grab or something else.
In my opinion, other disadvantages is that there are parking scarcity in KTM, specifically here at the Sri Skandar KTM. This because that, as you can see, there's a lot of cars behind and there's limited parking spaces. So in order to have a more convenient space, we need to have more parking spaces, and that is one of the disadvantages. So I think we need to take other people's opinion, right, Adam?
Yeah, I think we should go and interview some of the people here.
Alright.
Maybe that guy on the back. That guy on the back. That guy.
I think we should. Let's go.
Gajah. So may I know what is your name?
My name is Aiman. I actually just came back from a training in KL, a badminton training.
Oh, that's why you have a
That's why the racket. This is.
Oh, are you the national team?
Oh no, I'm just a local.
Local player.
Local player. Yes.
So I want to ask, in your opinion, for most people, what are the advantages of taking KTM rather than your own personal car or your motorcycle?
For me, I think one of the advantages is, we can save money. Like for example, if you take the car, like you have to pay the tolls, you have to pay for the fuel and so on. So like the cost is going to be high if you keep on using the car. So instead of So for me, taking the train is slightly cheaper.
Okay, so what about the disadvantages of train that you see as a KTM user?
Disadvantages, I think like maybe during the peak time there will be a lot of people taking the train, so it will be crowded. So when it's crowded, I think like it is possible for crime to happen, such as pickpocket in the train and so on. So I think people should take note of their belongings and should be more careful when taking the train during the peak time.
I see. Okay, thank you, Encik Aiman, for your time.
Okay,
Thank
thank you.
Okay, see you. Have a safe trip.
Okay,
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, so guys, we have arrived at KTM Batu Gajah counter. As you can see right here, you can buy tickets right here. And this is an advertisement about ETS2 which will whereas this month it's about ETS2. So we should proceed about improvement of the KTM Batu Gajah.
Okay, so we think that the current state of KTM can further be improved in many aspects. So one of the way that we can improve is the time management of the arrival of the train itself. As a KTM user, punctuality of the train is very important, especially when you're running late. During holiday seasons, many UTP and UITM students prefer using the train to go back to their hometown. The KTM is always fully booked during the peak season. In order to tackle this problem, we suggest that the KTM increase the frequency of the train or by adding more coach. The KTM Batu Gajah doesn't provide enough parking space for its users. Parkings are important because people use their own transport to go to the station and use the KTM to go to their desired destination. Therefore, we strongly suggest that KTM increase their parking spaces so that it can fit many vehicles at one time.
So for the other improvement, which is we know that the problem is students greatly rely on e-hailing services such as Grab, My Car to go to the station. When there are no available transport to go to the station or out of the stations, students are left stranded or will often miss their train. Therefore, we suggest that KTM there should be more connecting public transport to KTM Batu Gajah station. And for the other point is that the foods on board are quitely expensive. So we hardly suggest that KTM should reconsider the price for the foods on the onboard. And lastly, for the other point is KTM has a mediocre online booking system, which is users must book their ticket early to avoid sold out tickets. But the booking system is less efficient, which is sometimes overlapping tickets happen and users must rebook their tickets to take a new seats. So we suggest that KTM must improve their website so that this problem does not occur in the future.
So hey guys, we're back at our car now, and in conclusion for today, we hope that you get some information and gains about our trip. So yeah, that's all from us. Bilin?
So don't forget to click like and subscribe Night Cool channel right here, okay?
Alright,
Bye.
see you. Bye.